Can you just take us through how much fun last weekend was after kind of a hectic start to the season? Like, how much fun was last weekend?
Yeah, honestly, for how not great the first round was, the second round kind of made up with it with the race with Eli. I personally had a lot of fun, especially the first, I'd say first 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes, like the first 3 laps with Eli going back and forth was, I think, the main part that I had fun with. And then obviously he got away a little bit through after around 5 minutes and onwards, and then able to kind of reel him back in, and us just go lap after lap and kind of just trying to not make any mistakes and trying to get close enough to make a pass. And obviously Eli's pushing, so I can't get close enough. So it was just an all-around very fun race.
Yeah, it was cool to see the sportsmanship at the end of it. You guys high-fiving, shaking hands. Like, I think that was really cool. Kind of like seeing the veteran and the young guy coming at it, and like the exchange you guys had afterwards was really cool.
No, it was awesome, and I'm kind of happy that he reacted the way he did. You know, it always sucks if you walk up all excited and the other guy's just gonna cold shoulder you or something. You know, I wanted to show the respect and kind of show, like, dude, that was a fun race. Yeah. And even though I got second, I still had a lot of fun racing. You know, it's cool. You know, Eli's a very big name in our sports, and it was just an all-round fun race. You know, if that was with Cooper, with Chase, I think I still would have had the same reaction, just because it was such an awesome fun race.
Yeah, it was really cool to see. Talking about bike setup, to go from a 12th place and like having some struggles with the bike to go to a second place, was there that big of gains you guys made in between that week? And then was there anything that you guys worked on this week to like improve from the second place?
Yeah, so obviously, yeah, it was more so just main parts in our suspension that we went back on and changed, and ended up making a big improvement on that, thankfully. And then this week we only got to ride one because it was so cold and it was raining in Florida, so we only got to ride the one day, and it was a bit of mud racing, so it didn't really do anything. It was kind of getting some laps and starts in, and that's why we're kind of here today, honestly, to get some more laps in on this bike. But no, we're just excited to learn more and more about this bike and get some more intel on it and see where we can better ourselves, you know.
Nice. My last one is, we saw you do really good at SMX, and then to come into Anaheim 1 and kind of have like a little bit of a struggle. Was there that big a difference between just like bike setup, or it's obviously the same bike, but can you maybe talk a little bit about what some of the challenges were coming into the season?
It honestly wasn't much of a challenging thing. It was more like, obviously the bike didn't really handle the way we wanted to, and there's a few bad luck mistakes. You know, everyone on the start, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal if I didn't crash. You know,
yeah.
I just didn't see that tough block, and I hit the tough block, so it just kind of wasn't like my pace was off. Wasn't like I went backwards to 12th. You know, It was just more so we made a few little mistakes that ended up costing us. You know, and that track was really hard to make up amount of time because the track was pretty simple in a way.
Totally.
So yeah.
All right, what's up, Kyle? Round 3. You got a busy schedule from A1 to NGPC last weekend, back to Supercross. Take us through kind of what your program is this year and why you chose to go this route.
Yeah, different program this year. I'm only doing NGPC under contract through Husky, and then it frees me up to do some races that I've always wanted to do. Supercross is like the one thing that's on everyone's list, I think, growing up as a kid. It's what you dream of. So yeah, it's been awesome. A1 was sweet. You know, it brought a lot of cool experiences. I think I did pretty good for my first one, and now we have something to build on. I think that's the biggest thing. Now, you know, we've been through the first experience of the first Supercross, and yeah, now A2, hopefully we can just improve a little bit.
What's it like switching, like your mindset going from a sprint race really for Supercross and then to do an hour-and-a-half pro race last weekend and then back in the stadium? Like, the bike setup's different. Just take us through kind of some of your mindset and the bike differences.
Yeah, it's I was telling some people, like, it's a lot different, obviously. You know, that not much crosses over. And, you know, we're on a dirt bike, but you know, the off-road world, we're going really fast for an hour-and-a-half to 2 hours. This world, everything's tight. The one thing is cool, like being in the stadium, it kind of made the off-road race feel low-key, and then we see some stuff in off-road that makes this stuff feel a little bit more controlled too. Like, we're going over K-rails and logs and all sorts of wild stuff. So yeah, I mean, I guess some things transfer. A lot of like the mentality behind it, you can use bits and pieces to help. With the Supercross thing though, I'm just trying to enjoy it and learn as much as I can. You know, it's my first year. A1 was my first race. So yeah, just little bits at a time, having realistic expectations and just enjoying it.
Cool. Cool to see a rider who can do everything, and yeah, no K-rails out here tomorrow night.
Thanks.
Jordan Smith, another season, another year that you're in the championship hunt. What about you that you're always, no matter what bike you're on, what team you're at, you always find a way to be up front and be a contender.
I don't know. I mean, I put in a lot of hard work. Like, I always give it 100% no matter what. If I'm not comfortable with the bike or whatever, which I think that maybe earlier in my career that may have got me into trouble sometimes. So, but I've kind of figured out a way to kind of balance that that risk reward kind of, you know, and backing down when I need to. And yeah, I don't know. It's fun though. It's fun.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of seen like a smarter version of you this year, like getting second, but like a safe second, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sending it.
Yeah, so far it's been good. I think part of that is I haven't been 100% like comfortable like pushing over the edge or like pushing that pace a little bit at the races. So, which sometimes I think can be a good thing if you have to kind of ride a little bit smarter. But if you need that little bit of extra speed, it may not be there. So, yeah, it's been a good start. It helps a lot too, getting good starts like off the gate for the weekend. It's like so much of a difference of like starting in second or third or first than starting in 10th. Like, there's a lot more risk that goes into it being back there.
Totally. And you're racing these young kids.
Yeah.
How's that been? Like, you're the veteran of the class. What's it like racing these young kids who, like I heard you say earlier, are full of confidence, ready to just send it? If they crash, doesn't matter, they're ready to go.
Yeah, they are. It's they got a lot of confidence. They're not afraid to send stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that it's good. Keeps me young. My experience will kind of start shining through.